Blessings! I'm Amanda Amethyst, and I'm here bringing you a tarot and oracle card spread for the new moon in Aries, April 18th, 2015. And I'll be working with the Fifth Tarot, which is a deck by Teresina and Martine Bachens. And I will also be working with either the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue or the Crystal Ally deck by Naisha Ishan. I haven't fully decided which one yet. Maybe both, who knows. The new moon in Aries is a really potent time of creation. There are a lot of excellent astrology videos out there, so I'll let you check that out on your own, and I will provide a little bit of extra information via tarot and oracle card. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can contact me via my website or email amandaamethysthealer@gmail.com. You can also connect with me on Facebook via the Nectar of the Goddess Temple, so it's facebook.com/Nectar of the Goddess Temple. Thanks so much for joining, and I hope you're having an amazing day. So, I'm asking for guidance for each of us watching this video for the highest good of all of us concerned, as well as for the collective consciousness. This is a really powerful time to bring about a mass awakening in human consciousness. We've already been on the upswing, and as they say, a rising tide lifts all boats. If each of us can also put into our intentions this new moon to awaken mass consciousness, that will be a very, very powerful intention that will come about. So if you'd like to join me in that, I encourage you to. If that doesn't feel resonant with you, that's totally fine, and you're more than welcome, of course, to just do your own thing, which I hope you do anyway. Okay, so we'll be doing a 5-card spread. Here's the first card, second card, third card, fourth, here's our last one. So in this spread, the first card will show us the emotional issue that is at play here. And we got the Elementor of Lotus. So in this 5th tarot suit, there are 5 suits instead of the traditional 4. The 5th suit is the Lotus suit, which is also the Ether suit, so it's our soul essence suit. So this is perhaps coming up for a lot of us right now. And the Elementor of Lotus, this is a very, very powerful, powerful card. This could be representative to you of yourself. It could also be representative of another person or being, a spiritual teacher or some sort of being that you feel very strongly connected to on a soul level, that perhaps you also have some sort of an emotional involvement with. It's a beautiful image of a Hathor, it's the purple being, and then also we see star language coming down, as well as the moon and a lotus with a pearl inside of it. So the Elementor of Lotus shows us that we are multidimensional beings. We are connected with the star beings. We are connected with beings throughout this entire universe. In fact, we probably are a number of different types of beings throughout the entire universe. And we can call upon these different aspects of ourselves to assist us. Perhaps, particularly at this time, that might be a good thing to do in terms of our emotional lives. Perhaps you've been feeling a bit overwhelmed about something, or otherwise experiencing what we might call a quote negative emotion. Really all emotions, I'm getting that now, okay. Really all of the emotions that come up are positive, quote unquote positive. They're assisting our growth. So we see here the image of a pearl. And a pearl, we view it as this precious thing, but to a clam, a pearl is an irritating bit of sand that they then enshroud in something silky and lustrous so that they don't have to continue to be bothered by it. And then after years and years and years, it becomes this beautiful pearl, which we then string together on a necklace or something like that. So this is showing us that we, as these souls, have the ability to transcend good and bad emotions. We have the ability to experience these emotions, and that's why they're coming up. They're coming up to be experienced and to be lived through and to be stored away for later as a pearl on the string of your consciousness. Our second card is also Lotus suit. It's the Two of Lotus, empathy. The second card often in this drawing represents the physical aspect. So this may be something to do with your physical body. It is also a call for action. So a call for empathy. Empathy towards others. Empathy towards different aspects of ourselves. Again, this is the soul suit. So this is about our soul essence. And many of us consider ourselves to be empathic or empaths, which means that we feel very deeply the emotional states, the physical states, the energetic states of other beings. And this can be overwhelming for some people. It's important to be able to differentiate between your own energy and other people or other beings' energy. But when we come from a place of love, we've got the two hearts interlocking in the middle here. When we come from a place of unconditional love and empathy, again, we can transcend these things that we might call lower vibration, or what we might call negative emotions, which of course, it's all emotion, it's all vibration, it's all God, it's all divine. But when we take action based out of empathy, it places us on the path of eternal healing. This is also called a lemniscate. It's also the symbol for eternity. So this is a very powerful healing tool. It also invites a lot of flow into our lives. So this is saying to take action, take heart-centered action. Of course, to take heart-centered action, we first have to be centered in our hearts, so that requires a bit of stillness first. And to act from a place of unconditional love and empathy and understanding that we are all one. Expressing through beautiful variations. So the Two of Lotus, empathy. The third card in this drawing, we got the Ten of Lotus, enlightenment. This is a very soul-heavy reading, which is great. This third card represents the challenge. So the challenge is not necessarily a terrible, hard thing. The challenge is what you've chosen to experience before you reach understanding. It can also indicate unseen forces at work. So we might be we might be experiencing or paying attention to things that are a lot more surface level, but the underlying challenge of what's going on is enlightenment. Beautiful. Kind of reaches back to what I was talking about earlier with the shifting and awakening of collective consciousness. Of course, that also includes the shifting and awakening of our own individual consciousness as well. On this image, we see the flower of life, again with a pearl inside a lotus. So it's like the jewel in the lotus, our hearts, the treasures that we carry inside of ourselves. It also has a number of quartz crystal points pointing up behind a floating lotus on water. And this has a lot of higher chakra colors. It also does include yellow, which is our solar plexus, which is the seat of our will, our self-confidence. Again, it's forward motion. We also have the high heart chakra, and also the throat chakra colors. So this is a very beautiful card. And again, I'm getting the connection between the importance about staying in our heart and acting from a place that comes from our heart. And speaking from that as well. Acting from that and speaking from that. The way in which we speak to ourselves and the way in which we speak to one another really does have an impact. The words we choose, the tone with which we choose to speak, and the message which we choose to share can have great impact on those we choose to share it with. And so this is a responsibility that we take on. And as we become more conscious, as we come closer to enlightenment, perhaps some of our habitual patterns and actions need a little bit of refinement. So this would be the unseen force at work. It's a 10, so it holds great promise, and it's also coming to the end of a cycle. It's a completion. So we're working towards completing this level of consciousness which we have been operating on, which is exciting because that means we're about to move forward into potentially a new, hopefully a new level. The fourth card is the Spirit card. This is a message from your spiritual self, from your higher self, from your guides to assist us at this time. We got the Emperor card, which is a major arcana card. It's in the fire suit. And the Emperor, it can indicate a person. It can indicate a man who embodies the divine masculine qualities in your life. The protector. He holds space. He holds safe and sacred space for all life to exist. It's also Father Sky, the sun, the great central sun of the universe, our sun, the green man. So this could be a person who has a message for us or who is here to help us and to perhaps create this safe space for us. It's also a message to us that we are this. Each of us has a masculine and a feminine side of us, and it is our responsibility as the divine masculine, as the Emperor, to hold this safe and sacred space for ourselves. So this is a message from your higher self to take a look at how you're creating your life. Take a look at and feel into your daily life. Do you feel safe? Do you have the space to grow and to share your gifts? If not, this is a good time to reassess and to make a new plan of action. The 5th card in this spread is the Self card. We got the One of Feathers, Divine Mind. So the Self card tells us, and it reminds us really, that we are the creator. You're the creator of your own life, this experience which you are having now. And this card can indicate the lesson or the quality that is coming into play at this point in time. So this is the base vibration of your experience, of the experience that you are having right now. And it's Divine Mind. And we've got eagle, 2 eagles, one soaring up on the drafts of wind. And when we soar with eagle, we have a greater perspective. We are not stuck, quote unquote, on earth, on the ground. When we're standing here on the ground, if we are standing on the edge of this lake, near a mountain in the trees, we're going to see trees and we're going to see the edge of a lake and maybe the mountains. If we are taking the perspective of the eagle, we're able to soar above and see the entire landscape. We've got a wider perspective and we can take action or not based upon that greater perspective which we have. So aligning ourselves with Divine Mind, with the One. This is a really beautiful spread. It seems to be indicating to me a very powerful time to... These are the 3 Lotus cards which we got in this reading. This is a very powerful time for us to come into alignment with our soul self, the essence of who we truly are is really being brought into play in this reading. We've got the Elementer of Lotus showing us that we are this. Our soul has the ability to manifest itself and to manifest its reality in any way which it chooses. Now we're learning how to come from a place of empathy to maintain that balanced flow, coming in and going out on our path towards enlightenment. It's also important as we move down this path towards enlightenment to maintain a foundation, a strong foundation, to be grounded into the earth. We are in the 3rd dimension on Earth. Well, we're in the 5th dimension on Earth. We're on Earth. And it's important for us to ground into that. That's actually, perhaps that's what I'm supposed to say. We can, if you ground yourself, and maybe you do a grounding meditation, or you drop a cord from your root chakra into the ground, and you're still feeling ungrounded and you're still not feeling comfortable, then perhaps you are rooting into the old Earth, the 3rd dimensional Earth. The 5th dimensional Earth is here. You can ground into the 5th dimensional Earth, and that will help you feel more actually grounded, because that's where we actually are. So you can do your grounding meditation and hold the awareness that the earth which you're grounding into is the new earth. And you can do that by aligning with the one mind, divine mind. This energy, the more that you align with divine mind, so the more that you are open to viewing a perspective which may be a little bit broader spectrum than the one that you were formerly used to, the more that you align with this vibration, the more quickly you will continue to move through this particular phase. So this seems like a very wonderful time for us. I'm also going to pull one card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, asking for a message from the goddess, from the divine feminine, or a goddess which we can work with, who we can work with. And we got the Goddess Lakshmi, Bright Future, which I believe this has come up recently. Maybe it wasn't an individual reading, but it has come up recently. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of... Oh no, we got Saraswati. Okay. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess, and she works with Ganesha. You can see the elephants in the background. Ganesha is the remover of obstacles, and Lakshmi is a goddess who is associated with abundance, with love, and she's very beautiful. She understands that there is enough for everybody, that we all are deserving just as we are, and that we will all be receiving soon is the message that I get from this. So whatever it is that you are wishing to manifest with this new moon, dream big, go for it, because it's coming to you. Her message is, stop worrying, everything is going to be fine. So what have you been worried about? You can stop worrying about it now. Align your mind with the divine. Align your mind with the solution instead of the problem. It's coming to you. So whatever it is that you wish to manifest with this new moon, I wish you many blessings and much love. Namaste.